Whew. Feels good to be back. What's going on, everybody? I totally forgot what our team was. I mean, it's there on the layout, but let's see. Everybody's level 21. Did we bet? We beat. I guess we beat Lieutenant Surge with level 21 Pokemon. I mean, not the most unbelievable thing. Nidoking still has shit. Whipbell, Vine Whip, alright. Kadabra, we know he's at least got Confusion. Yeah. Wartortle. Water Gun, Bubble, Tackle, Tail Whip. Fearow, our Flying type, Peck, Fury Attack, and Pikachu probably with just Thundershock. Alright, so I know we have some. Nope, I guess I don't have any of them on me. We got TM24, which is Thunderbolt, which is not learnable by anything in this game by level up. Though I think Pikachu learns. I guess I should go ahead and use it. Yeah, Pikachu learns Thunderbolt in Pokemon Yellow. And I don't know if Wild Pikachu do. Actually, I'm not even sure if you can catch a Wild Pikachu. You can't catch Wild Raichu in Yellow. That is exclusive to Red and Blue from back in the day. Although, of course, now you can catch Wild anything, so the franchise just doesn't care at this point, which is, I mean, we won't talk about all that. At least not here. We'll talk about that at some point. But for right now, let's go ahead and see what all these TMs are that we have. Water Gun. That's not helpful right now. Mega Punch. Kadabra can learn it. Yep. He ain't punching nothing with those frail arms. Wartortle can learn it, but 45 is Thunder Wave. Don't need that right now. 19 Seismic Toss. Now that's a good one, but I don't know who to teach it to. Wartortle's gonna get Surf. And we can also teach him Ice Attacks. Kadabra. I feel like Nidoking's the one that needs Seismic Toss. I also feel like that's the one that you would see Seismic Tossing someone. I mean, Blastoise too, but he's not going to learn as much stuff. And so for right now, it gives Nidoking another good move to use. Oh yeah, it goes to the top of the shit. 28 is Dig. I really don't have anything that can learn Dig that I want to learn Dig. Bubble Beam. See, Nidoking could learn Bubble Beam, but I don't feel like he really benefits from it, even though he can learn it. I feel like Wartortle needs a better water type move, because it's gonna be a while until we get Surf. Let's just get rid of Tackle. What was TM08? Did I already look at that one? It's Body Slam. See, now Body Slam's good because you can put some good damage on stuff. And you get that paralysis chance. So let's get rid of Tackle. We'll get Nidoking. We'll give him some beefiness. He is my favorite little beefy boy. And then we're gonna go ahead and teach the Pikachu Thunderbolt. And, I mean, we'll get him to a Raichu at some point. Get rid of Growl. See, because usually my strategy is, as soon as I get through Rock Tunnel, I just skip as many trainers as possible to get to Celadon City, buy my Evolution Stones, and then go back and battle all those assholes. Because at that point, then I can actually battle them. I mean, I can still battle them, but it's like a Pikachu versus a Raichu. The Raichu's gonna hit a lot harder. Vulpix to Ninetales is the problem because I have to wait unless I just want Ember. And that's the one that hurts the most. We built a Victory Bell. I don't really ever use a Victory Bell, and that's why I'm using one on this run, because, well, for the purposes of this particular run, it was fitting. Oh, I'm still down here. Oh, no. Oh, I don't have the bike yet. Oh, gosh. We should have done this off screen. It's okay. Ba-da-ba. Da-da-da-da-da-da. So, there's been a severe lack of Pokemon content on the channel. And as much as it hurts me, because I'm still just a super huge Pokemon nerd, it just sucks because all the shit I was having to go through with all my videos getting copywritten by, you know, fake copywriters, and then being stuck just having to deal with it. Like, I wasn't getting any help from YouTube. I don't even know exactly what eventually won the case is over for us, but it did, and that was kind of reinvigorating to do more Pokemon. But then everything happened with my neck injury, and then summer, wrapping up summer shit happening, and then there it is. This last diagnosis here, but I was wanting to play, especially after seeing the. Well, I didn't watch the whole Pokemon Direct, but I saw the important stuff. Thanks to Cerebee's Twitter account. We got to see the trailer, and returning Pokemon, and new Pokemon, and the new... I wasn't fond of what they did to... Suicune, because honestly I think Suicune... I really like... It's like the first two generations of Legendaries were just all perfect. Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, just perfect birds. Mewtwo and Mew, just perfect. Raikou, Entei, Suicune, Lugia, Ho-Oh, Celebi, all just I couldn't find a flaw in them. And I mean, yeah, I like some more than others, and that's, you know, but I thought Suicune was just a perfect Pokemon. And then, while I won't say I dislike the Paradox form, it is a cool, like, Velociraptor looking thing. It's not... Oh, I hit select. As if that's gonna... Yep, this is Gen 1. You gotta go into the menu every time to do something. But I mean, I like it. It's cool. I just prefer classic Suicune. But then this time it's like we got like Giraffe Raikou, and I'm just like, like this, they changed him so weird. Whereas like the Paradox Virizion we got, and then now the Cobalion we're getting, they kind of just look like they did, but what's the word? Robo. They're like the Beast Wars Transformers. Or dinosaur, whatever. I don't remember. I was into Transformers as a kid, but I haven't given a shit about Transformers in a long time. But they at least kind of still resemble themselves. Whereas the Raikou and Suicune, they go way the fuck out. And I'm not hating on them. It's just a really awkward design choice, we'll call it. What the fuck? How dare you, Oddish? I will ignore the disrespect you just showed me one time. Because I did catch a shiny Oddish during this last Pokemon Go event. Bellsprout. I am super excited though. I'm excited to play it. Seeing returning Pokemon, like we get the Poliwag line, we get Vulpix and Ninetales back. Like we get some cool ass Pokemon, and I'm looking forward to getting back to shiny hunting too. I'll probably start doing some shiny hunting streams again. I just don't really know when, because I do have other stuff planned to stream. You know, I used to have all the TMs memorized. Teleport, yeah, it's not helpful. I already have a Pokemon with Teleport. But I do have a bunch of stuff planned to stream, and it's going to be very heavily leaning in one direction. Damn it. I always forget this hiker starts with a fighting type. It's fine now. There we go. It's just going to be difficult to find time to stream it because of all the other stuff that I have planned to stream. Taking up so much time, and then I want to do some more Resident Evil again too. And then of course there's Battle Buddies, and we just started a few days ago, I think over the weekend, we started a new Lasso run. So, and we had fun. I mean, there was some difficult parts, but we had just such a good time that it was just like, I'm sure we won't be as hesitant to get back to it because, well, Combat Evolved, when it decided it wanted to fight back, it fights back. Halo Reach, not so much. It will in the later parts of the game for sure. But I wanted some good old Pokemon on the channel. And I hate having unfinished like series, and I know I have a few of them. For reasons. There are reasons some of them stopped. Either I just got tired of it, or most of it is either I didn't want to do this anymore, or it was a cooperative thing of sorts, and that was not our best switch, but alright. Well, no harm, no foul. But there are a few that I never got to finish that I do want to return to. This was one of them, and I know you guys want to see, well, some of you guys wanted to see us finish Radical Red. I want to say I was halfway through Radical Red before they did a new update that added... What did it add? I know it's been a while. Oh, sweet, we did leave Kadabra. Yeah, we had, I think we had half the badges. I think we were halfway through. And, they did a big update that added stuff. And I don't know if I can use my existing save file on it or not. And I'd rather not have to restart because some of that shit is intense. Plus, I remember being pretty attached to my team. I don't quite remember everything we had, but I remember a few of them. I don't remember if there's a trainer up here. No. I know we had like we had Feraligatr, we had like a Slowbro, we had Aegislash. Yeah, we had a couple good mons, and I having to. That's the thing with the Nuzlocke, is being forced to use Pokemon that you don't like. Now, there's a difference between using Pokemon I don't like and using Pokemon that aren't my first choice. Speaking of first choice, like in this, I'm using a Weeping Bell. It wouldn't be my first choice, but I like Victory Bell. But then if you're like, oh, here, use a Stunky, and then I'm just like, I don't want to fucking use this. I don't like this thing. But also, Feraligatr, especially with the hidden ability, is really solid. Slowbro, already a solid Pokemon. Aegislash, stupid good Pokemon. One of the few, if not only, Pokemon that I'll ever say was a good thing that came out of Gen 6. The only thing that came out of Gen 6, in my opinion, was Mega Evolutions. And I'm not counting Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire as Gen 6. They are the Gen 6 format, but they're still Gen 3 titles. And fuck. To me, like, I mean, it brought us new Mega Evolutions, but aside from changing the way Gen 3 played, but it was still just Gen 3. Oh, I still have Pikachu out front. Okay. Yeah, see, that Thunderbolt's helping out. Diglett? Yeah, well. I eventually need to... you pain in the ass. I need Razor Leaf. Whoa, that was a crit. Wild. Yeah, I do eventually need to play Gen 6 officially. Because that's the thing is, like, I disliked Gen 6 so much that I never played. Was it X and Y? Yeah, I never played them. I did, however, play Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. Sandshrew, he gets no ground type moves. He also gets just nothing in general. Poor guy. I did play Sun and Moon. Well, specifically I played Sun. Wasn't a fan. But I did not play Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon. It's the same game. It's like, oh, it's the same game I don't like, but it's a little different. It's not enough that I'm going to like it. So, to me, but I did play. Was there anything up here? I don't think there was. No. Damn it. I think there's an item here. Unless I'm thinking of Fire Red, Leaf Green. I'm pretty sure there's an item here in one of these iterations. The biggest takeaway is, though, like, those are the only two generations that I just don't like. And yeah, I didn't play X and Y, But I didn't like any of the Pokemon. It's the only game where I went, wow, I hate all of these starters. At least, you know, Gen 7 had Rowlet and it had Litten, and I liked Litten until he fucking stood up like a person. But I didn't like any of Gen 6's evolutions. Or their starters at all, so I just never played it. And I mean, honestly, at first the whole 3D thing just didn't, and still doesn't sit well with me. I still preferred the look of like how we had things in Gen 4 and Gen 5. But the thing is, I can replay Gen 1 and Gen 2 over and over again, and I'm happy. I can play Gen 3 again, not as often, because a lot of the newer Pokemon introduced in Gen 3 I don't care for. There are some good ones, but there's some ones I just don't care for either. It's mainly the way the map works. Like, ooh, all the water. I don't care about all the water. It's just the way the map, the way the path that you take is just so, it's so weird. I just don't like it. And Gen 4 does the same thing, but I like Gen 4. Gen 4 introduced some cool Pokemon. And if, you know, I'm picking starters, I'm probably picking, out of all 6 of Gen 3 and Gen 4 starters, I'm probably picking Mudkip, because I really love Swampert. Like, Swampert is just, he's just fucking cool. And not that some of the others aren't, but just easily above the rest of them for me. Story-wise, I think I prefer Gen 3. Specifically, Emerald version, where you get to play against both teams. Team Galactic was kind of cool, and I don't know, it wasn't quite as good, I think. Sinnoh, the region doesn't bother me as much as Hoenn, and I like the Gen 4 setup so much more. It is easily just better, but okay, cool. I don't know. Story-wise, I definitely prefer Gen 3. But replay-wise, and I've not played, and I'm talking like, I haven't played the remakes of Diamond and Pearl. I haven't heard the greatest of things about them. I don't care about the chibi design. That doesn't bother me at all. Just that the remakes were just kind of eh. Whereas, like, I like Fire Red and Leaf Green. I love Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I love Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire. So, but the Gen 4 itself was just peak for me. Like, I loved playing Gen 4. Now, it was slow as shit, and thankfully, I think Platinum made it faster. I think. But otherwise, it was such a slow, like, battle was just so slow. But then Gen 5, it's like, I wasn't big on the starters for Gen 5 either. I picked Snivy every time because I just don't like the others. Like, Tepig himself is okay, but the next 2 evolutions I don't care for. But then, I don't like the water one at all. His final evolution's okay, but, and actually it's ironic because I think I had one in a Nuzlocke recently. I don't think it was Radical Red, but it might have been. Wow, you're still alive. Okay. And while Gen 5, I prefer Black 2, White 2 to replay. I don't like the way, again, the map thing is dumb, but since they introduced some of the older Pokemon into the thing, I like that better. A lot of the Gen 5 Pokemon I'm just using because I don't have any other option, but I don't like a lot of them. The story in the first game was definitely better. But Gen 5 as a whole, like the UI and the menus, and I guess I liked it. It was good. Which one is it? Is it this one? Or was it one of the trees? I swear there was an item. Am I losing my mind? Okay, well, I don't care that much. Good old, this is how I remember getting through Rock Tunnel. Now, there are no items in Gen 1 Rock Tunnel that I recall. So I don't have to worry about missing them. This is classic for me because my first playthrough I didn't get Flash back then, so I was just kind of had to figure it out for myself. But luckily, as you can see, it's not that hard to get through it. It's a little, I mean, it's a little like, hey, where's the ladder? But that's really about it. But yeah, I mean, Gen 5 was great. Really got me, well, Gen 4 got me back into competitive Pokemon. And then Gen 5, I was floored with it, and that's where I grew to love, what am I thinking? VGC. Double battles. I didn't like double battles until then. And I don't remember exactly what made me like double battles. It may have been the way the abilities worked in Gen 5. I don't remember. I remember running a sand team, though. I remember that shit. And then Gen 6 skipped out. Gen 7 came back. Didn't really like it, aside from some of the new Pokemon added. Do I still have Pikachu out? Yeah. Because I think there's a Maniac or something here that's got Slowpokes. We'll get some good Thunderbolts in. Oh, wow, we were already in front of him. That Pokemon, that Machop just beat him to the punch. Ooh, 25, though. See, my Pokemon are usually higher level than this because I do, like, intentional grinding in between gyms and shit. Because I play a level game. Not necessary, though. That's good to know. But Sword and Shield, I was late to Sword and Shield. But I loved playing Sword and Shield. There are things that weren't good about it, but otherwise they were great games. And then Scarlet and Violet, same thing, great fucking games. And I do want to go back. So I'm trying to think on this channel. We've done let's just test this. Okay. Whoops. We've done a playthrough of... Ah, shit, I forgot about this bitch first. Damn it. We've done yellow version. We're playing blue version. We've done leaf green. Technically fire red through radical red. We've done red and blue through Soul Link. We did silver through Soul Link. We've done crystal. We did Soul Silver. We've done emerald version. I don't know if we've done Gen 3 more than once. I might have to go back and look. Gen 4, we did Platinum. I may not have done... I'm sure I've done those more than once. Gen 5, we did Black version. We did Black 2. We had a Soul Link we started in Black and White. And then we did Let's Go Eevee. We didn't get to finish that one for reasons, and I just never was able to finish it as far as a series. I don't really think it's worth going back and doing. Not that the game is not worth playing, or replaying, rather. Oh, that was a wild Pokemon. Why am I wasting time? Because I'm pretty sure I could probably go back to where that save file is. But I don't know that that's worth doing as a series. Plus, that's just Gen 1 again. I did not get to do Sword and Shield as a series. And the reason for that... I'm trying to think what the reason was. Oh, because we didn't get started on time. And I think I got it and I just played the shit out of it. We did do the DLC for it, though. And then Scarlet and Violet, and we'll do the DLC for that. So I actually need to see which ones I need to play, and which generations I need to play more than once. But, I mean, I have never played Gen 6. I've never played Gen 7 for content. Mainly because I don't have a way to play it for content, at least not that I'm currently aware of. I might at some point, but I don't have a 3DS with a capture card. And since that's not something you can easily obtain, like you can with a normal capture card for, like, console... which is better, Sleep Powder? Yeah. Yeah, I've got Thunderwave. I don't need Sunspore. I'm not sure why I'm keeping Growth. I just know that I am. I think there's two trainers. There's one here and then one that way down to the left. I don't know there's any reason for me... The thing is, it's different playing these older games because it's a different feeling. It almost is like playing two different kinds of Pokemon games. But... with all that there is to do with Scarlet and Violet, with the DLCs coming out... and all the shiny hunting and how easy and fun shiny hunting is, I don't really know that there's a lot of reason to go back and play Scarlet and Violet. Or not Scarlet and Violet, Sword and Shield. And I specifically created... I was going to do an egg lock for playing Shield. And the reason I was going to do an egg lock is because I needed a different way to play it that wasn't kind of because the thing with a Nuzlocke is on, these older games, it's, random. On an overworld, it's not really like that. Unless there's, like, a modded way to, make it so that you can't see your encounters. But I don't want to mod my Switch. And I don't feel like buying another one. Not at the moment. So I was going to do an egg lock. Because it's really up to, like, the honor system. It was like, yeah, I totally saw that fucking... I don't know. I totally saw that good Pokemon pop up, not this fucking dumb little shitmon. Well, I don't even have to look for the ladders. They're clearly visible. So yeah, you're just feeling around in the dark. Which really isn't that bad of a feeling. I do try to just go around and get all of the trainers and get as much experience as possible. It's hard to run out of money in a Pokemon playthrough. Even in a Nuzlocke, most of the time I don't have issues. You know, extreme rules and all that aside. Okay, maybe there's no trainers in this room. Alright, could have swore there was. Isn't there one right? Yeah, okay. But I do want to do another playthrough of something. I'm not sure what. And like I said, right now, well, so that's the thing, is we're at the beginning of August. We're at the beginning of August, and the DLC for Scarlet and Violet doesn't drop until September. And then the other one is November or December. I don't remember what it said. Ooh, Graveler. We're going to hit you with something a little harder. And the stuff I had planned, it'd take maybe about a month and a half worth, depending on how I arrange the other streams that aren't part of those streams. So, but then once, I'm doing that stuff, doing the new Pokemon shit, it's like, I don't really know that I'd have time to do another fucking Pokemon series. So that, that playthrough of Shield I had planned might be put on the back burner for a little while. I mean, even Radical Red, which it's been a while since I asked you guys if you were interested in Radical Red coming back, and you guys said yes. I haven't. Radical Red's a whole other thing too, because it's so much focus and so much paying the fuck attention. Whereas this is just kind of like, you're just playing just Pokemon, it's fine. So I don't know, I'm just gonna have to see what I have room for in my schedule, what I have time for. What the fuck? I forgot, Jigglypuff has like a insane base HP stat. I'm still surprised it lived a Seismic Toss though. I mean, I guess 22 is not really that high either, but still. But I mean, going back and playing these older games is just fun. And just like, I mean, there's other older stuff that I want to go back and do. And I feel like so many of those older games, I won't say they get the attention they deserve, but I definitely know that the ones that I want to do at their time, and even if, you know, you asked people about them that played them, they're going to have something positive to say about them. And it's like, yeah, I want to re-experience that. I just don't get the same. I don't get the same feeling new games give me as much as older games do. Now, when the newer game does, you know, hit me really well, then it does great. Like Scarlet and Violet did fucking great. Fallen Order a couple years ago did really great. But good games like that I have any interest in don't come out that frequently. Not like they used to, you know, back in my day. We had the Ninja Gaiden series, we had the Devil May Cry series, because I just loved games that punished you, and, you know, for someone who back then had a little more frustration, but had the same stubbornness that I just absolutely refused to not continue. Ooh, we getting Bite. Is Bite better than Bubble? Let's, well, and let's get rid of Tail Whip, whatever. Well, we had those games, we had the Pokemon games, we had all the Star Wars games, we had the Halo games. Like, there were just games. There was just shit to love playing. And while we do get that, we don't get that as often. And, of course, you know, newer titles really have a hard time competing with older titles because, obviously, they're just... did my controller lose connection? Yep. Let's see here. Oh man, it would do this while we're in the middle of a battle, huh? Alright, let's see. There I go, accidentally turning my headset down. Alright. This is going to be a bit awkward, though, because I have to remember what buttons I'm using. Uh-oh. Well, this isn't a good matchup for him. Weepinbell isn't either. Pikachu's a little low. Let's try Weepinbell. Ah, of course I waiting for confusion. God damn. Alright, let's see if we can hit harder. Alright. Pokemon are so low compared to what I'm used to. May as well learn Thrash because Poison Sting is absolute trash. Like, actually, probably one of the most garbage moves. Probably the weakest damage, too. There we go. Gotta use Slowpoke. Ba-da, ba-da. They'll hit harder soon. I think in here there's 2 lasses right here, and I don't remember if there's one near the door or not. Again, trying to remember the differences between different iterations of Gen 1. But I know for a fact there's 2 lasses right here. I think they're lasses. Bellsprout. Oh, come on. That's not fair. Okay, we're doing this shit again. Oh, god damn it. No. What do I have for the freaking... There we go. Pretty sure even if a Fearow was paralyzed... Well, wait, no, back then it was, what, 75%? I don't know, it might still outspeed. I don't know if I have any paralyzed heals in my bag. For fuck's sake. Well, you're pretty much out of the fight. Alright. Calling in big guns. Kadabra!
It was too dark.
I should... Damn it. I couldn't see them. Aha, it was... Oh, they're called junior trainers in this game, that's right. Critical hit. It's insane he got a crit even being paralyzed. I'm not really worried about taking damage with Nidoking. It's just whether or not he actually hits. Ba-da, ba-da. Ooh, Hyper Fang? Oh, wait, nope. Super Fang's the one I'm thinking of. And there's that crit. He may be paralyzed, but he's still the king. Fearow's asleep, so... I mean... I don't really think that I need, I don't know, I don't really know that I need Fearow. I mean, flying's okay, but we are going to add Ninetales. So, flying, fighting bug and grass, well, fighting we got the Kadabra. Bug and grass is covered by fire, so... It's kind of just redundant coverage that doesn't really matter. There was a third one, and it was a junior trainer. That's alright, though. War Turtle, spit in this bitch's mouth. And I mean, it doesn't really take that long to get through Rock Tunnel. It's only if you have to keep going back and heal and... Now, if you're playing a Nuzlocke, if you didn't have a shit ton of potions and stuff, then yeah, you're gonna end up going back. But we didn't need it either way. And see, because we taught Pikachu Thunderbolt, we don't need Thunder. You also can get the TM for Thunder, but if you have Thunderbolt, you just don't need Thunder throughout the game. So it's kind of somewhat redundant. I don't remember if he turns or not. I don't think so. Lavender Town music used to creep me the fuck out as a kid. Absolutely hated it. And I don't know why. I mean, obviously I know that it was doing some shit in Japan too, but... supposedly. I don't even know how factual that is. Was I? Seriously? I could have been riding my bike that whole time. I'm not gonna lie, I have upset me. We could have got through the Rock Tunnel a little faster. It's alright, though. It does take too long, especially, like, for fuck's sake. That burn saved him. I have yet... It's like, freaking paralysis is 1 in 3 chance with Body Slam. I've yet to get the paralysis. Absolutely wild. Oh, and then he's going to use a Vulpix. Just to... You know what? I wish I could have his Vulpix. It's level 24. Because the one I'm going to get is not going to be level 24. I mean, you got to get a Vulpix all the way to level 35 to get Flamethrower. That's... It's painful. Putting up with Ember for that long. I can't remember. I think they changed it in later games. But... Whew, it's rough. Da, 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 da. See, look at that. You only have to battle one trainer the entire... Oh. Yep, this one goes sideways. You only have to battle one trainer throughout all of that to get from Lavender to Celadon. And I do that for two reasons when I play through. Because one, I'm going to come back here and catch a Vulpix. I don't think I have... I don't think I have enough. So... It's one, so we can get the Vulpix as soon as possible. What? Okay, so... One, it's so we can get our stones. Mainly our stone for Pikachu, because I always play with the Raichu. And in this particular game instance, Weeping Bell. But I also do it so that I can get Vulpix and, or in a Nuzlocke in particular, you know, whatever my encounter will be. But then I can use that experience for the Vulpix / new encounter. Nope, don't want that. I want that, yes. Oh, I like how our money is 66766. Alright. Okay, bye. Do 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 do. Alright, so we're gonna need a Firestone. We need a Thunderstone. And we need a Leaf Stone. I mean, we still got plenty of money, so I'm not even worried about money. I do, however, want to look. Okay, so it does not like me looking up Pokemon stuff. I do not have my phone, so I have to do it on my PC. Wow, why is it doing that? Stop, please. Pikachu, I'm pretty sure, doesn't learn anything. Besides, Swift, don't care, Jilly, don't care, Thunder is, don't care, and 43. Like, fuck that. That's absolutely insane. Let's see. Vulpix. Yep. Flamethrower at 35, Fire Spin at 42. And I love to have Fire Spin just for the nostalgia of everybody thinking Fire Spin was going to be the biggest fire move, because the anime made it seem that way, and it definitely was not. Weeping Bell. Acid at 29. It does get Razor Leaf at 38. But we're gonna get Mega Drain. So, unless another Pokemon can learn Mega Drain that is on our team, which I doubt, I'd like to use it. A Tentacruel. Am I gonna use a Haunter? I don't know. Alright, so we looked that up. Let's see. At least it's just nice, you know, Gen 1 Pokemon Center music. Why are you doing this? Why is my PC being a bee? So let's go catch us a Vulpix. Do you give me anything? Is that counter? Yeah. Well, could be a more useful move, but all right. Let's go snag ourselves a Vulpix. I also don't like how... Because I never was the most keen on the old bike music. And I don't like how it doesn't turn off when you change a new route or are somewhere different. Weeping Bell has sleep powder, but I really can't use a Weeping Bell against a Vulpix. Though the Vulpix can have a Roar, which, yeah, I mean, putting it to sleep over paralyzing it would be better in that case. But I kind of have to weigh my options. Well, the Bellsprout's 22. I don't think Vulpix can be that high of a level. And I feel like it doesn't have that high of an encounter rate. So I don't want to sit here and farm for the highest level. And obviously this is the... I mean, I think you can only find them here. I mean, you find them on this route and the... Route 7 and Route 8. And I don't remember if you can find them in the Burn Mansion on Cinnabar. I don't think you can. I know there's Ponyta and Magmar and maybe there's Vulpix. I don't remember though. I probably just don't remember because I usually don't wait that long to get my Vulpix. Especially when I already have to wait this long just to encounter one. Go away, Meowth. I understand Gen 1 Persian Slash is a thing, but I'm not interested in that. Could you please leave me alone? I do hate having to do stuff like this. Especially, well, I mean, I hate it during a playthrough as well. Like during a recorded Nuzlocke or something like that. I hate doing it during a live stream because it's just me just running back and forth until I find what I'm looking for. It's especially frustrating in a Nuzlocke where you're like, oh, I've already got this. Oh, I've already got this. Oh, I've already got that. And it's like, is there anything else here? There we go. Look how pretty she is. Ooh, crit. Even with the paralysis. Alright, so one Thunderbolt's not gonna kill. He is still just a Pikachu right now. I was about to get nervous because I thought that was going to be a crit. And if it was a crit, it would have. Hey, there we go. No, we're not doing nicknames in this playthrough. Alright, so I think this is where we part ways with Fearow. And while it's been different using a Fearow, we didn't even get to use Drill Peck. But I mean, because that's the thing with like Fearow versus Pidgeot. I mean, I love Pidgeot more. I went with Fearow because I wanted a flying type move sooner, and Spearow gets Peck. Drill Peck's okay, or not Drill Peck, Fury Attack's okay, but then you get Drill Peck, which is really nice. And since Fearow has a higher attack and higher speed than Pidgeot, then that works out really well. And now he can hang out with the Pidgeotto we deposited. Now to go heal Vulpix because the PC doesn't do that. Let's go ahead and add Vulpix to the layout. Alright. Now let's get to evolving. Thunderstone. On Pikachu. Do 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 ba-da boop 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 boop. Ba-da-da da 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 da. Alright. And I was gonna wait for Razor Leaf, but it's just not really worth it. So, team is looking pretty spicy now. Vulpix is just going to be hard to level up. Although, I can say... Let's go put some of this shit in the PC. What I'll probably do is use my rare candies. I'm gonna wait. So let's see, we have 3. Okay. So we're gonna wait until Vulpix gets closer to leveling up. And then that way... I guess I should have just got rid of that. See, I keep these things, but I'm never gonna end up using them. I always keep the ethers and all that shit for... when you get to... Here, we'll go ahead and get Teleport out too. I think that was 30. I always keep those things for, you know, like if I needed them against the Elite Four and stuff, because you can't go back, but I never do. Like, even in these older games, it's like, I don't know if I ever used them before. But I definitely don't need them now. So now we can go back and battle these trainers. And hopefully we'll get Vulpix leveled At least enough to be on, on equal footing with the team. The problem is it's going to be a little hard because her level is a little bit lower. We can kind of predict what some of the trainer classes are going to have, especially if they're the females, the lasses, or junior trainer, whatever they are. They're usually going to have either just some normal type Pokemon or even some grass types. So we can kind of, play around to the advantages of Vulpix having Ember, but the biggest issue right now is, like, Kadabra is never going to evolve. I mean, Kadabra's stats on its own are more than enough for a playthrough. Like, for sure. Like, Hunter and Kadabra. Now, Weavile, what are the other trait evolutions? Graveler versus Golem, I'm not sure. And Machoke versus Machop. Wow. Machoke versus Machamp, I'm not sure either. What did he just send out? Yeah. I don't know if this thing's gonna explode this low level. That did way too much. Get out of my face. Yeah. But I mean, they're good enough on their own. It's just there's nothing I can do, and I could have turned on the impossible evolutions, but the reason I didn't is, well, I wanted it to be as vanilla as possible. So that's how it is. There's no, impossible evolutions turned on. There's no updating anything. Nothing's randomized. It's just vanilla, which is fine. I actually like vanilla. And it's like playing a Nuzlocke is interesting, to say the least. It is definitely something a bit different. And it's why I enjoy doing it. Especially with everything randomized. But there's also something to be said about, like, I mean, I'm sitting here with my favorite Pokemon. I've got my Raichu, I've got my Nidoking, I've finally got a Vulpix. I got to choose Squirtle as my starter instead of choosing whatever random thing gets chosen. There's the paralysis. Probably the least useful time I'll get it, but early playing Gen 2. Honestly, like, I mean, I've gotten some pretty baller starters in Gen 2 Nuzlocks, but at the same time, there's just something magical about just getting to choose between Chikorita, Cyndaquil, and Totodile. I mean, I don't usually choose Chikorita, if I'm being honest. I like Chikorita. I absolutely disagree with all the Chikorita haters. It's a good Pokemon. And it's just grass, so it doesn't have the weaknesses that come with being a poison type. It doesn't get the resistances either, but... well, that's not a good, come on out, Raichu. Look at that. It's even in Gen 1, Raichu sprites were just perfect. God damn, I love this thing. But I mean, yeah, I usually choose Totodile or Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil is my favorite Gen 2 starter because I like the evolution line. I don't really care for Crocodile, and Feraligator's hit or miss because sometimes the art on Feraligator just sucks. Whether it's an in-game sprite or whether it's, the art on a TCG card. But if I'm strictly choosing between the three basic Johto starters, Totodile's my favorite. he's just a goofy ass idiot, and it's literally it's all because of Ash's Totodile. I don't even know that every Totodile acts like that. Like, every other Totodile on the planet may just be, like, just a normal-ass Pokemon. They may be shy like fucking Cyndaquil. They may be cool like Ash's Bulbasaur or his Squirtle. But to me, Ash's Totodile is the Totodile. I think that's pretty much how it is for everybody. Nope. And I'm okay with that headcanon. But sometimes getting to use the Pokemon you really like is just, it's more fun. And it's especially depressing when it's like, oh, your encounter was Eradicate. Cool. You got Super Fang. Exciting. And then like 2 encounters later on the same route, it's like, oh, there were legendaries out here. That sucks. And you just kind of have to just grin and bear it. Oh, these... Yeah, I knew... Okay, so there are... I knew there were lasses, and I knew there were junior trainers. I just got them mixed up about which ones they was gonna be. And I realize that Vulpix probably could handle the Pidgey on its own, but the thing is I don't want to have to keep going back and healing over and over again. That's no fun either. Like, nobody wants to keep having to go back and forth to the Pokemon Center. You want to be actually playing the game. Ba-da-da-ba-da, ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. It is really fucking wild, though, when you're playing a randomized Nuzlocke and your encounter for a route ends up being a legendary Pokemon. Especially if it ends up being one you can catch. Like the one that always sticks with me is specifically it was my playthrough of Platinum, and my first encounter was a fucking Moltres, and I caught it on the last Pokeball, and it was just like, holy shit. Like, that's an amazing Pokemon to have at the beginning of a playthrough, regardless of type advantages or anything of the sort. And I mean, then at other times too, you come across one and you can't catch it, especially if you're earlier on in the game, and it freaking sucks. But, I mean, there's not really much you can do besides giving yourself a mulligan. Which is kind of, eh. It kind of sucks because I had a Fire Red Leaf Green Soul Link that was planned around the beginning of this year. And it didn't happen. Obviously, because it would have happened by now. I think the thing that sucks the most is I took the time and I made, you know, the layouts and all this stuff. And the person I was supposed to do the Nuzlocke with is someone I haven't done anything for the channel for. It's not somebody new to me in a sense, but it's definitely nobody I've done content with before. And, you know, I got the layouts and I got the ROMs and everything. Got the games ready. And, well, here we are. No Soul Link. That kind of sucks because it's like, it's another way to play that's really, like, just stupid fun. But, you know, what can you do? It's always, in my personal opinion, it's always been more fun to do content with, you know, either like a cooperative kind of form of playthrough, or like, I mean, like, you know, Justin and I doing Battle Buddies. It's way more fun to play a multiplayer game with somebody else. Let's send out Victory Bell. We haven't seen this new evolution yet. See, that's a pretty good back sprite for Gen 1. But it is a different kind of fun, and I really enjoy the cooperative kind of aspect, but it sucks being dependent on someone that just isn't that interested or just doesn't want to be that involved. It's like, but what's the point? Like, you know, so like I have 4 Nuzlocke, or 4 like Soul Link type playthroughs on, nope, on this channel, and only 2 of them were played to completion. I don't remember where the gold and silver one left off. And the black and white one ended pretty fucking early. And I think I don't know what's more annoying is the fact that the 3rd one ended because I got ghosted by the person I did the first 2 with, or if the person I was doing the 4th Soul Link with abandoned it when they were the one that asked me if they could, like, they specifically wanted to do the Soul Link, but also they wanted to be the one to do black and white. That's what I think, that's, to me, what was the most frustrating part is, like, you asked to do it, you specifically chose which generation to do, and then still just but I digress. I'm just here to chill. Actually, I'm here to get this Vulpix leveled up enough to go start fucking around in the rocket hideout. Not yet. An arena sprite's not that bad. Kids nowadays look at this and they're like, oh, what is that? Oh my god, it looks so awful. Ugh. And it's like, nah, this looks great.
Schooling's fun, but so are Pokemon.
School wasn't fun because we got in trouble for having our Pokemon cards at school. That's the opposite of fun, thank you. Kind of stuck with Wartortle here. Wartortle. I think Wartortle is probably my favorite middle stage evolution out of any of the starters. Like, Ivysaur's cool, but he's not as huge of a difference from Bulbasaur. Charmeleon's dope, and I much prefer the red, but again, not a whole lot different. Whereas I feel like, I don't know, to me, Wartortle is just a bigger change from Squirtle that I really liked. And I like Bayleaf. I love Quilava. Croconaw really depends. Like, one of the Neogenesis Croconaws has pretty solid art, and then the other one, I don't like where he just looks like he's just giant underbite, and he looks like he's got like a Flintstones toga on. Like, it just, I don't like that look. And his in-game sprites just really don't do it justice in Gold and Silver. After that, I don't really care for any of the mid-evolutions for, I think, anything. I mean, not Sceptile. Grovile's okay. But after that, it's like we had, like, cool-looking... You know, Gen 1 and 2 had cool-looking middle evolutions. And then after that, they just get derpy as all hell. Every game, they're just weird. Man, I really wish you could get paralyzed. Yet. It's like, almost. I mean, level 21's not that low, but, I mean, none of these... Oh, you piece of... I hate that that's how Disable works in Gen 1. I think pretty much from Gen 2 onward, it's like if the Pokemon didn't use a move, you can't disable it, and it only disables the last move used. In Gen 1, it's just like that, just random disable and just happen to hit my best move. Can't remember this. I think this girl might have a Jigglypuff and a Clefairy. So not terrible matchups, but also not really helpful. We can see, since we're about to go to the Pokemon Center and heal. Yeah, see, it's just not a lot of damage. I feel like the Clefairy put out more damage. Okay, so we got the burn. That's nice and helpful. Not in this case, depending on how many double slaps we take. she just has 2 Clefairies. I was kind of hoping we might get the burn. Okay. I mean, I'm not playing with Nuzlocke rules, but... it doesn't help if it faints and doesn't get the experience. And talking about something that used to annoy me ever since Gen 1. Double slap. Hitting more than 2 times. Like, do you understand what double means?
Don't be so mean to my Clefairy.
It's been a long time since I've battled against her and her Clefairy that she claims to have actually having been a Clefairy.
Ba 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 da ba.
Debating if I want to make a new... Do I want to make a new layout for... Yeah, I guess I do. I was debating if I wanted to make a new layout for my, for the Scarlet and Violet DLCs. And then, as I was sitting here thinking it, my brain decided, yeah, you are. I was like, oh, alright. Well, if you say so. If you insist. It's not like I haven't freaking sat and made, I don't know, close to 30, 40, maybe more than 40 different thumbnails in the past freaking week. Maybe 2 weeks. Different intros and... Ugh. I enjoy doing that stuff, though. I enjoy making things like layouts for different series. Like, I love making Pokemon layouts. It's just fun. Oh. Well, shit. I was supposed to switch to Vulpix. I was just thinking, now if I switch out, I'll lose the growth boost. But I love making layouts. I love making different thumbnails and stuff, especially the ones I've worked on for the Battlefront stuff I'll be doing. It's fun. If I could have a job that, you know, actually paid worth a damn, I'd love to just, you know, make thumbnails and stuff. I do not, however, want to do, like, I don't know. I don't want to edit other people's stuff. Like, I don't want to help other people grow their shit. I want to grow my shit. And I mean, thumbnails is a bit different, especially if I was getting paid to do it. But also, no. Certain thumbnails are just kind of like, I like doing this way, you know? That, and I personally feel like my thumbnails have gotten better over the years, but I'm also not sure how honest of opinions I get from the people I ask. Or, you know, if I ask in over on the community tab. Not that we get a whole lot of responses anyways. It's one of those things that really makes me miss Google Plus. And it's just like I could just go into, especially for like choose my starter stuff, I go into a Pokemon community and just post, you know, these are my 3 starters, blah, 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 and I'd get, you know, just hundreds, if not, you know, over 1,000 votes on stuff. And don't have that now. Ba-da, ba-da. Ba-da, ba-da. Alright, let's see how much that does. Alright. Vulpix can handle her own here. Got the burn, that's a little late. Really? And then we got a crit. Son of a bitch. Oh, there is another trainer. Aha, I thought there was. Now, Vulpix is not going to be able to battle unless, I mean, maybe a Machop. Honestly, Vulpix could probably handle an Onix. We're not doing the Geodude, though. That's going to be a no from me. Boobla Beam. Gen 1 Geodude always just looked so fucking weird to me. No, come on! Dang it. Oh well. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da. Okay, stop asking me that. My computer is, like, definitely not listening to me. Oh, wait. Da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Big brain play. Wait, can I get to the... I was going to teleport, but I'm thinking... There's a couple trainers down here on what I believe is Route 12? I don't remember if there's trainers down here. I absolutely hate that I can't ride through there. Yeah, there's a couple. Bup, 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 ba-da, bup. I mean, we can't go too far anyways. Now, Vulpix is definitely not holding its own here. Oh, wait, I can't teleport because I'm pretty sure we just healed. Never mind. Look how happy Raichu looks. I fucking love this thing. I mean, 23 is pretty much caught up, but none of this stuff is really hurting Raichu, let alone the victory bell that's gonna resist any little spitball these things spit at it. So, get a little extra experience. It'll be alright. I don't remember if Goldeen has Peck in this game or not. Not that I think it would be much of a threat to Victory Bell anyways. So aside from nostalgia, what Red and Blue has for me is the fact that you can catch. Not that I ever do, because I'd always have a Raichu before then, but the fact that you can catch Wild Raichu in not one but 2 different places in the game. You can catch Wild Raichu in let's send in Kadabra. In the power plant and in the unknown dungeon. Ah, come on. I didn't expect it to live that. I mean, I know Tentacruel has a base 100 special defense, but this is only a cool. And it living a confusion was not very. Just like Gen 4, specifically Diamond and Pearl, or Diamond, because that's the version I had, will have a very special place in my heart for Gengar, because it was the first time you could catch a wild Gengar, and during that particular time, I wasn't living near any of my friends that played Pokemon, and I could not have traded and gotten me that Gengar. Like, evolved a Haunter. So, that was just chef's kiss for me. Plus, getting to use a Gengar that early in the game and just carry it all the way through my playthrough was just awesome. Keeps landing these freaking supersonics though. And Raichu don't care. You can't confuse my boy like that. He don't care for that weird pouty lip shit you got going on. Little old Poliwags. We just had the Poliwag Community Day, and I scooped up a good handful. The Community Day actually ended, and Poliwags on the like trip back to the car and then the driving home, we ran in, like, Poliwags were still popping up, and they still popped up until about 5:30. Which is a good half hour after the Community Day was supposed to be over, and we caught 3 within like a 4 or 5 minute span. Trying to, you know, leave and go back home. Let's see now. I don't need to swap now. We got Vulpix to 24. That's more or less caught up with the team. I could get her to 25, I guess. Maybe I should. Just, it's one less level, I guess. I don't know. I love Poliwag in general. I have a thing for, like, the weird, like, almost like baby Pokemon with no arms. Like, I love Poliwag, I love Oddish, I love Wooper. Plus, I love the way, like, Poliwag kind of, like, waggles its tail and shit. Ooh, horsey. Poliwhirl's cool. Poliwrath is pretty dope. If, you know, a little on the side as an actual Pokemon. Like, I like its design, even though he's basically just a little bit buffer and a little more angry looking Poliwhirl. But just as he gains fighting type, which is He doesn't really have good water moves or special attack, so yep, and there's that. Okay. And then, of course, Politoed that we got in Gen 2, which I love Politoed. I think Politoed is just such a dope Pokemon. And then, of course, they made it even better by giving it Drizzle. In Gen 5. Was it in Gen 5 it got Drizzle, or did it get it in Gen 6? But either way, like, that made it even better. Not that he really needed the fire resistance, but it gave more fire resistance by making fire types weaker, but then it made his moves hit harder, which is the kind of the more important part. Now, if he learned Thunder, that would have been cool, but probably would have been too much. But definitely a good user for Drizzle. And that kind of makes me want to use want to make a good water team now. Just because I debated on what to do with the Eevee in this. I don't actually know that I want to even use it. Because the thing is, like, isn't there an item here? Maybe not. Eevee is I mean, it's annoying to use. The evolutions are annoying to use too until they get their good moves. But what am I gonna use? Flareon? I'll have Ninetales. Jolteon? I'll have Raichu. Vaporeon? Well, I'll have a Blastoise. So, kind of don't really need them. I was trying to think of what we were doing. What Pokemon are usually in here? I've Nuzlocke Gen 1 so much, I don't even know. Oh yeah, they're like, yeah, I'm doing a coin case. It's like, I just want to know. Alright. I'm not worried about the coin crap. I'm guarding this poster. Go away or else. I mean, I kind of appreciate it, I guess, because it's like, would young me know that there's a switch behind that? Probably not. But, ooh, that's Eradicate. We'll see. Ooh, that did way too much damage because of the crit. Oh, that did a lot of damage because of the crit. But we're going to swap out to the king. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see any point in using one of the evolutions right now. Now, if I get Espeon or Umbreon, that'd be different. But and I mean, Flareon doesn't get obviously, its attack stats better, and fire, well, is fire, but still I think it has a base 100 special, so it's not like It's not like its fire attacks aren't doing anything. And we already used Thunderbolt on Raichu, so Jolteon wouldn't really get much. We used Bubble Beam on Wartortle, so it wouldn't get anything until we got Surf. Do I have anything? Just so I don't have to go all the way back. Just to heal one Pokemon. Oh, I didn't even push the button. I was just like, let's push it. It didn't even ask if you wanted to. I definitely went Jolteon my first playthrough. I don't remember why. I guess I just thought Jolteon was that cool back then. And not that Jolteon's not cool. But out of the three originals, Flareon has become my favorite in recent years. Just because it's, I don't know, like Jolteon's just like Spiky Owl. Flareon's just this big, fluffy, warm space heater. And he just looks like a, looks like a big fluffy cat. And I like that. Espeon and Umbreon both look like freaking cats. Espeon especially. Even though it's a carbuncle, which is a cat. So it's just weird. It's like, I mean, Flareon just never got anything at all throughout any of the games. And was never really a good Pokemon. Like, Jolteon was good for a long time. Vaporeon was good for a long time. Flareon wasn't. But I still think it's just, I don't know. Even the design aspect-wise, I feel like it's the best looking of the three. Alright, we're not falling for this again. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Now, I'm no longer switch training Vulpix, but I'm going to leave Vulpix out front in case there is something it can battle against on its own. You can just imagine just Nidoking just picking up this big fucking rat and just slamming it on the ground. See, I'm not swapping now. We're definitely not getting the appropriate amount of paralysis from Body Slam, though. Holy shit. Like, I'm not happy with that. Oh yeah, no, the escape rope. I don't remember if I can teleport in here or not. I'm not gonna try it yet. Ba-da-ba-da-bup. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-bup. This music was always so fucking cool. This music and the final battle with the champion music. The two best themes, hands down. Do 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 do. See, and I mean, Vulpix does decently well. I mean, granted, that was a level 17 Zubat. But it can do decently well on its own. But it really needs that... Really needs that flamethrower. And I mean, it's like, yeah, okay, Ninetales. Ninetales is base 100 special, I believe. Though I could be wrong. I know it's speed space 100. Is it special defense? I'm not sure. But I mean, it's like, okay, Ember will do a little more damage, but it would still be nicer to have Flamethrower, and then you got Ember as a nice little finisher move. Critical hit. We're gonna have ourselves a beefy Blastoise. I mean, it's still, you know, like 10 levels away, but still. I think that's the thing that's really nice about, like, I really like Wartortle's design. And I mean, you don't have your base starter for too long before it evolves. But it definitely feels like you have the second evolution for a lot longer. And then of course you have your final evolution for a lot longer too. But having a middle stage evolution that I really like and that I like seeing, it helps out. What is this one? Ding, 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 ding. Horn drill? Isn't that like the fucking 30% accuracy shit? I'm gonna go over here so we can get the item because I am greedy. Not really, but it's like, why not get this? See, it's a super potion. It's something I can use later on. I would just use it now, but it kind of, there's no point. Like, technically, I guess there's no point in us going down to the bottom right anyways right now. Because that's where we have to go regardless because of the elevator and stuff, but... There's still a trainer to battle down here, I think. Yeah. Victreebel has more health, but there's no way Victreebel has more defense than Wartortle. Ooh, got that one-hit Vine Whip, though. See, like, Raticate, that's just a Pokemon that I would never use. Even Ekans and Arbok, it's like, I mean, you had a reason to like Ekans and Arbok because of Team Rocket on the anime, but that's kind of the only reason. But whereas, like, Raticate, it's like, why do I care about Raticate? Who even used Eradicate? The freaking, like, fancy dude on the SSN that Ash traded Butterfree to for all of, like, an hour or two. I don't think anybody else ever had Eradicate that was a character. And, I mean, even him, he was a character specifically for that. I don't even know he had a name. And if he did, it wasn't important enough for me to remember it.
Oh, another Hyper Potion.
Smacking up, fools. See, like, Vulpix will get a lot of experience once we go to Erica's gym. And I could have done that first. The reason I don't do that first... Fucking A. That... You've got to be kidding me. The reason I don't do that is because Erica's gym versus the Rocket hideout, the levels are a lot... Comparatively, they're higher. Is it a huge difference? No, but as far as you're trying to get a Pokemon leveled up, yeah, it's a big difference. Because by the time we're done here, Vulpix can handle herself against all those grass Pokemon and just fire, 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 fire. And then we'll have a Ninetales a lot quicker. Nope, wrong stairs. Bada-bada-bop. Bada-bada-bada-bop. But I don't know. Did not mean to go all the way around. Bada 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 da 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 da. Gambling in a children's video game. I actually want to go and sell some of the stuff we've picked up too, or deposit it, whichever we're doing. Because I know we're going to get more items. PP shit, Moonstone. What was 7? Horn Drill. Yeah, we're not interested. Oh my god. My PC is testing my patience. See, a PB up's good to use before you fight the Elite Four, because then you get a few more out of your fancy move. Like, I'll probably use it on Fire Blast for Ninetales. Yeah, okay. But, okay, seriously? Stop fucking asking me. But that's something that you're going to get immediate use out of. And that actually does help. I mean, not that the elixirs or the ethers don't help, but you really shouldn't need them, is the difference. You don't really need the the PP up either, but it's more beneficial to you than the ethers and the elixirs, in my opinion. I mean, granted, you know, it was different back in the day, and it's like, oh my fucking shit, stop it. It's like if, you know, you were new to the game, new to the franchise, you're learning how Pokemon works. That's a whole other subject altogether. And trying to play the slot machines to get coins for the higher prizes is just mind-numbing. It's doable, but it rots your fucking brain away. It's so fucking boring. It's so monotonous and tedious unless you have stupid good luck to continuously fucking win. It's just fucking awful. Really could have used the fucking burn. Actually, I don't know. I mean, the burn would have made the damage less, but I don't know that it really would have. It wouldn't have done enough damage to make the turns shorter. We're actually making better time than I thought. Lost what? Huh? No! Damn! 10? This one's not worthwhile either, I don't believe. Yeah, double edge, ew. Oh my god, if you do that again, I swear to Christ, we're gonna have a serious conversation. I mean, we're not, because it's a fucking PC, you're not gonna listen. But stop doing what you're doing. Like, seriously. Ba-ba-da-bum. Bum, 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 ba-dum. Bum. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Oh, I'm meddling, alright. I feel like Team Rocket wasn't really that intimidating. They weren't really a good Gen 1 villain because you didn't really understand their motives. You understood nothing really. Oh, they're bad guys, they threaten to steal Pokemon. That one in Cerulean City broke into someone's house. It's like, yeah, you get it, they're bad guys, but that you don't really get it. It's like now if you watch the anime, you might have a little more understanding of, you know, how they do things. But even like Giovanni, it's like you don't understand Giovanni's... It just doesn't have the impact, I feel like. Same thing with Gen 2. Gen 2 even feels less. It's like, oh, they're trying to resurrect Team Rocket, but they don't do a very good job of it. And then Gen 3, they're just batshit crazy. They're like, hey, we're going to drown the planet. Hey, we're going to fucking put the planet in a giant drought. And either way, you're like, even as a kid, you're like, that's bad. You understand it's bad. I just feel like it wasn't very well done. Especially when you think about, like, the kind of the origin or what Team Rocket was based on. See, and that's another thing. Like, HP ups, proteins, carbos, and all that shit. They so don't mean anything. Even like in competitive battling in Gen 1, they really weren't. It wasn't like they are now. But especially for a playthrough, you're just like, oh, HP up, and then you use it, and it's like your Pokemon's HP goes up by like 2. And you either do that, or you sell it for almost 10 grand, and it's like, oh, I'll take the 10 grand, please. Ba-da, 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 ba, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. A Zubit. Vulpix can handle a Zubit. I don't think it does, besides getting, like, Confuse Ray, and I think at some point it gets... There's a Ghost-type move that Vulpix / Ninetales, one or the other, learns in later iterations of Pokemon. But I feel like just the way not so much Vulpix, but the way Ninetales is portrayed in Pokemon, it definitely should get Extra Sensory. That's one of the moves it gets. Which it definitely, yeah. Like, I just feel like, ooh, another rat candy. That's an easier, Ninetales for us. I feel like it should just get... It should get to, there we go. I already forgot what I was saying. Wasn't that important, I guess. It's the music, man. It's just so catchy. My brain was telling my mouth, like, shut up. Stop talking and listen. I honestly don't know what I hope for from a Pokemon game anymore. But I will say that I do still hope we get a Let's Go Johto version. I know some people didn't like Let's Go, and I know it didn't really have very good PvP and blah blah blah, but as a just game to just play, just have fun, I loved it. I mean, sure, you had to do the little fucking the Pokemon Go for method for catching Pokemon, and yeah, that was irritating. I'll agree with that. I just want to catch Pokemon the normal way. But everything else about it, the shiny hunting was great. Just seeing Pokemon on the overworld and everything, I loved it. To see Gen 2, to see Johto in that manner would make me so fucking happy as a OG Pokemon fan. Hey, that was rude. And we're gonna miss. Vulpix, come on, you can't be doing this. Yeah, we're switching. We're absolutely switching. I'm not playing no freaking Garbo rap shit. Sandslash. Sandslash, another cool Pokemon that just got absolutely nothing in Gen 1. Nidoking and Nidoqueen. Now, granted, they could learn some cool TMs, but, like, otherwise they weren't good either. Rhydon was one of those Pokemons that, like, just didn't get shit. A lot of fighting types, too, were just... There were definitely preferences to certain types, it feels like. Alright. We'll fight this one just because switching out's just gonna get us more fucked. Can we get a crit? Nope. No crit, no burn. Quick attack will do the trick, though. Aw, yeah. Full pick screw to 26. Sandshrew. Ain't worried about it. Now that does do more damage. Those leers did hurt. There we go. But I'm not gonna. The thing is, I'm not gonna use Vulpix against Giovanni. Oh, Arbok. Oh, hell no. I think I may actually start... I'm trying to think what he starts with. I should know this. I'm pretty sure... He starts with Kangaskhan first, I believe. So, we'll counter with Nidoking. It's kind of a... hello? It's kind of annoying how... Well, for me it's annoying because how much I love Nidoking. Like, how, Giovanni... His different portrayals, I guess we'll call it. Because... in the anime... I'm trying to think of what I've seen him use in the anime. Depending on which anime. I don't really know that I've seen him battle much. Oh, he used Onyx first. Are you sure? I mean, I see it, but in, like, Pokemon Generations or Origins or whatever, like, Nidoqueen's his big ace. And he does use Nidoqueen in the games, too. But then in Yellow version, his big ace is Nidoking. Nidoking's his level 50 Pokemon in the gym battle. Which is more accurate, because... in the manga and stuff, I mean, Giovanni became super bitter because, like, his favorite Pokemon was a Nidoking, and it, like, I guess it got sick and actually died. And it's like, yo, that's so cool. That's why, like, even in the TCG, like, for the Gym Heroes and Challenges sets, were more... There's the Kangaskhan. They followed along kind of more closely with the manga than anything else. That's why Nidoking has a, or that's why Giovanni's, like, best card in that set is a Nidoking. Though I guess you could argue that, you know, Brock has the Vulpix and the Ninetales. It's, I mean, it's kind of, it's up to interpretation, really, but damn. Kangaskhan's 29, that's hurting a bit. Ooh, that's not bueno. That's okay, that's a little bit more. Thank you for using Rage. That Comet Punch was something else. Oh, we got that crit. Cool. I was definitely prepared to swap out. Ba, 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 ba. A child like you would never understand.
Da, 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 da.
And then the surprise last rocket to battle. Bup, 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 ba-da, bup. Bup, 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 ba-da, bup. Oh yeah, I totally forgot I put Nidoking out front. It's okay. Oh, there's the paralysis I was looking for against Giovanni. Thanks. Kadabra! It's gonna be so good seeing Kadabra back in TCG finally. I mean, I love Alakazam, but there's something about Kadabra. Ooh, Psybeam. Something about Kadabra's design that I like all three of them. Abracadabra and Alakazam. Just all three designs are just really fucking solid. They're really cool for their own reasons. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da. I could just teleport, but by the time I go in the menu and hit the button and the teleport animation, and we're already here. Should we just go battle Erica? I kind of feel like we should. 26, 26, 26, 27, 26. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Oh yeah, I have to I actually have to go into the menu for this. I was just sitting there just mashing A like, oh yeah. See, this is one of the things they changed too. There's no creepy dude outside the gym, which I know some people were bothered by it. I personally don't give a fucking shit. It's like, yeah, we don't want to glorify being a creep. That's fine. But, I mean, I'm also not upset that you took it out. Yeah, see, that did nothing. Vulpix might be able to solo this whole gym, excluding Erica. Actually, I don't know, by the time we get to Erica, with all the levels. I mean, Kadabra still has a place, just because, especially now with Psybeam. And, you know, because of shit like that happening. Poison doesn't work the same in Gen 1, though. And honestly, being poisoned just means that Vulpix doesn't have to worry about getting paralyzed or put to sleep. So, kind of works out in our favor. Oh wait, that was 4. I thought poison was only 1 tick. Is it burn that's only 1 tick? Either way. It's not that much. And it still does prevent us from having to worry about getting another status condition. speaking of getting status conditioned. Oh, for fuck's sake. Now, the poison plus wrap damage does suck. And it's making this battle take so much longer. The poison's got to tick, the wrap's got to tick, the burn's got to tick. I was going to go for quick attack. I don't really know why. Vulpix is just faster anyways. And that's a guaranteed kill. Absorb is just so bad. I mean, it's still not as bad as Poison Sting, but it's just objectively awful. Even Mega Drain in this, which, you know, is all we have in this game. There's no Giga Drain. Mega Drain, it still is, ugh. Giga Drain's nice, though. And, like, hell, I think in the Let's Go games, another burn. Fucking A. Here goes the wrap. Wait, I feel like I can swap. You can just swap out a wrap in Gen 1, can't you? I keep hitting the button, so I'm not going to find out. Yeah. You can't poison the final form of your existence. That crit was so unnecessary. Victory Bell's like, how fucking dare you do that to my comrade? Alright, I'm pretty sure I can't teleport in here, right? Yeah. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. And even if we were playing a Nuzlocke, because of that, Vulpix is not going anywhere. I think I have an antidote, and I know I have hyper potions and shit, so... Not really something I'm worried about either way. Alright. Let's go ahead and finish this damn gym. And get ourselves a badge. And that'll probably call it. I actually don't know what I know the way, like, the bad shit is portrayed and all that. You're supposed to go down either Cycling Road or routes 12 through 15 to get to Fuchsia, and then do the... For fuck's sake, Bellsprout already. Yes! And then do... you know, Safari Zone, do the gym and all that shit. And then you do Saffron City. Which... The game is just so weird. Like, canonically. Like, Celadon City, Erica is the 4th gym. As far as, like, the games are concerned, and even, I guess, the manga probably follows suit. But Ash battled, if I remember correctly, Ash battled Sabrina before Erica. Because they went to Lavender Town, found the spooky ghosts, Or no, they were in They were in Lavender Town. And then, for fuck's sake. Alright, here we go. And then they went to Saffron, because from Lavender you go to Saffron. He battled Sabrina, lost, went to Lavender, get a ghost, go back to Saffron, battle Sabrina, and then moved on to Celadon. And then they did the whole cycling road shit and went to Fuchsia, blah blah blah. But I don't know. I may look and see what the levels are before the next time I stream Pokemon, and just kind of get an idea, because I know I've done it before. I'm pretty sure Sabrina... What's up, J-Rod? I'm pretty sure Sabrina has a higher level than... Fucking A, why do I keep doing this? I'm pretty sure Sabrina has a higher level team than Koga. I know in Yellow version they scaled it to where they were even, probably for the sake of, you know, one place versus the other, as far as what order to go, but I think she normally has higher Pokemon. But I don't know about Silphco, because it's all the rocket grunts and shit. Surely they're a lower level. And then to battle Giovanni again. I gotta go heal. Dude, I loved it. I loved everything about the whole Ghastly Haunter and Gengar. Or are you specifically referring to the fact that, you know, Ash fucking dies? If you're talking about that, yeah, that's pretty dark. That's a bit dark. But I mean, as we see, like, Pokemon was a different thing when it came out compared to what it is now. Like, there was allowed, you know, there was darker stuff. Like, I mean, hell, the Team Rocket members in this game have whips. So do the, what are they called, Rockers or whatever? And then Sabrina has one. It's like, there was some different elements in OG Pokemon. And I feel like even the villains, like, I mean, fucking A, the villains in Pokemon games aren't even villains anymore. Like, they're just bad. They're just, like, embarrassing. They're like goofy idiots. Oh, it was, you know, kids in school and they're... What? What happened to, you know, giant criminal organizations? I thought that's who we were fighting. See, and me trying to get certain Pokemon evolved or level up. See, look, cool trainer, whip. Alright, so we're not outspeeding the Weeping Bell. Kadabra definitely is, though. Not if it gets put to sleep, it's not. Alright, we're really doing this? I would have left Vulpix in, but I know Weeping Bell's faster. So if it just sleep powders and that... Thank you for waking up. You know, I I don't even know that I've seen the Porygon episode. I think I tried to look it up one day, and I don't remember. I don't remember if I've seen it. There's the Porygon episode that I know was very seizure-y. Ooh, trying to learn Confuse Ray. But then there was also an episode. I want to say it was related to the Safari Zone or something, where Team Rocket like had guns, or there was somebody that had a gun, and it was basically like America was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. The irony is, how America portrays guns. It's kind of like, well, you guys are definitely all about your gun rights, but yeah, there's several other episodes that didn't really port over, and the worst part about that is like when you if you're trying to look up an episode, and it's like, oh, it's episode number whatever, but then if you look that up on a site, and then because that episode isn't actually the episode because there's other episodes that didn't air, so then the numbers get basically out of order. Well, they stay in order, but then the episodes are titled incorrectly. It gets to be a mess. I honestly haven't watched Pokemon since Kadabra, why you sleep, man? I don't have anything for Slurp because I need that damn Silph Scope. I really haven't watched anything Pokemon related. I mean, like, I've watched Journeys and stuff. I haven't even watched. I watched all of Journeys. I watched halfway through Master Journeys. And then there's, like, Ultimate Journeys or whatever. I haven't watched any of that because I didn't finish Master. But as far as the mainline Pokemon shits, I haven't watched since, like, Gen 4, since like the Diamond and Pearl stuff. Yep, the top heavy James was banned. Yeah, it just and I know that just like almost exclusively from like the one screenshot that's like top heavy James, and then there's Jesse, and then there's, like, Misty behind them just, like, crying. Just, like, tears. And it's like, I don't even know what that episode was about. I don't even know if that episode is crucial whatsoever to the overall plot, because a lot of it wasn't. A lot of it really just didn't matter to anything. It's like something happened. No new Pokemon were caught. No Pokemon evolved. Nothing. Like, a lot of the episodes you could just completely remove them and nothing would really change. Maybe the exception being that, oh, okay, well, this Pokemon was just caught and now it's already evolving, 3 episodes later. What happened? Like friggin' Ash's Charmeleon. I mean, that's really all that episode served to do. With the exception of, like, they made references to it later. Like, Todd had a picture of the Aerodactyl that was holding Ash. Gary remembering that event and later having an Aerodactyl, and yeah, the Pokemon contest stuff was boring. I didn't mind May as much as I didn't like Max. was kind of my thing. We're gonna... I guess we're gonna go and heal real quick because I want to at least have Kadabra awake, if nothing else. I mean, Vulpix is still there, but I mean, yeah, like May didn't bother me as much as Dawn did. I felt Dawn was so much more aggravating than May was. And then, of course, at that point, too, it's like, oh, well, you know, neither one of them is Misty, which is what, you know, we grew up with and we're used to. And that's the thing is, like, I could tolerate not having Misty because we still had Brock. Who, for me, Brock and James from Team Rocket were just the best characters. But Brock especially. And then it's like, oh, Brock's not in the show anymore. Oh, yeah, I kind of don't care anymore. Like all the side characters, all the like companion characters, they're just aggravating. They're just aggravating. There's no likable qualities to them. There's no redeeming traits to their personalities whatsoever. Alright, let's get this out the way. I like Erica. I mean, there's really not... As far as the games go, there's not really, there's not really much to most of the gym leaders. Erica's character in the anime was okay. I like her portrayal better in the manga. And I also like her design just is kind of better. And I mean, I like that we, you know, get these cool full arts in the TCG of Erica. I don't like that they happen to be, like, stupid expensive. They're usually around, like, 50 a piece or so. Because I wanted to collect all the Kanto and Johto gym leaders at one point, the full arts, but, whew. And that hurt. There's a musical? That's odd, and I don't know how to feel about it. Tangela, well, see, we need Vulpix for this one, because you are not heart poison. Tangela's sprite in Gen 1 is actually pretty awful. Like, it actually... I don't know why, it looks like a Burger King character. Like, it looks like it belongs with the Grimace and the Hamburglar and all that shit. It's actually pretty funny. Vileplume, Vileplume. Hopefully we can hit this pretty hard. A crit would be so nice. Granted, we do have high special, so we could probably take a Petal Dance, but I'm not sure. Oh yeah, we did. That's really weird. I might have to look that up. I'll have to be careful, though, because I know there's other Pokemon stuffs. Oh, we got a new badge. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Rainbow badge. Rainbow badge actually looks really fucking nice, too. We can use strength outside of battle. Mega Drain, Mega Drain. We got ourselves Mega Drain. Yeah, I mean, Victory Bell and War Turtle weren't really doing anything in those battles. I mean, War Turtle had Bite, but was going to get murdered. Victory Bell resisted, but aside from Cut, really wasn't doing shit. And Raichu, everything resists Raichu. So... it's kind of why it was only Vulpix and Kadabra carrying that. I mean, Nidoking kind of could have handled stuff, but not too well, really. Alright, I think... what do I have? Vulpix is 29. War Turtle is a good bit of ways. I mean, a whole 10 levels before we have a Blastoise. Vulpix is like 5.5 levels from learning Flamethrower, in which case, at which point we are going to evolve it. So... ooh. Double Edge, that's gross. Razor Wind, that's also gross. And that's Mega Drain. Alright. I haven't decided yet if I want to keep Victory Bell on my team. I obviously need the Sylph Scope. I don't need the Lift Key, which is just going to take up an inventory slot that I can't do anything about or get rid of, which is stupid. But I mean, I guess it's so you don't accidentally throw away a key item. So it's like, I understand it, but... really annoying when there's limited inventory space in your bag and in your PC. You know what? I'm going to talk to you on this side of the counter. Yep, here's a shit TM. Here's a shit TM. Probably will sell the HP up at some point. May as well sell the iron. It is doing nothing for me. And alright. And we are loaded. We get 100,000. That really is not going to be used for anything besides potions and such, so. Bup, 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 bada, 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 bup, bup, bup. So I kind of took a small hiatus during Pokemon, right around Gen 3. So when Ruby and Sapphire came out, I wasn't playing Pokemon. That was a particular time in life that Pokemon was not... I won't say it wasn't an interest, but I pretty much had to move, and nobody around where I moved to were Pokemon people, so kind of dropped Pokemon for a little bit. I got back in when I got Emerald version for... I think it was for a birthday. And so, I love Emerald version. I don't think I've ever actually played Ruby... damn it, wrong one. Ruby or Sapphire themselves. I played Alpha Sapphire, which that would have been my choice because, I mean, Kyogre is a big, beautiful orca, and Groudon is a weird dinosaur lizard thing. I don't really know what to call it. Plus, the color schemes are just better, and I prefer blue over red. And on top of that, it's like... it's weird because... so... I mean, Gen 1 you didn't have legendaries anyways, but your box arts were starters, fire and water. Gen 2 also didn't really matter, and Lugia wasn't actually a water type despite how you find it, and that it learns water type moves. So it was a psychic type and a fire type, which didn't really mesh well together. So I guess I can't really say the comparison between, oh, it's a red box, it's, you know, it's fire type versus blue, and it's a water type. But then you find out Groudon's a ground type instead, but he can learn fire and grass type moves. That's kind of cool. But then Kyogre also learns thunder, and it doesn't really matter that much. But I mean, that's just another reason why, like, Groudon's a ground type, which is, there's nothing wrong with. I like ground types. There are plenty of ground types that are, you know, some of my favorites. But it's also like, again, giant legendary Orca, and he just looks fucking cool. In fact, I actually like Kyogre better than Primal Kyogre, yeah. Same thing with Rayquaza. I like regular Rayquaza better than Mega Rayquaza. Not that they're not cool, but it's kind of like, it's a thing where less is more. Also, the color scheme changes between Kyogre to Primal Kyogre, and I don't like that they take away the red. And that's neither here nor there. I do have a playthrough of Emerald version up on the channel. I feel like I don't know. Let's see if I can pull it up. What have we done since we were discussing it earlier? So, Pokemon-wise, what have we played? Obviously, we have the blue version we're playing now. We did Liquid Crystal, so Gen 2. Scarlet and Violet, which is Gen 9. We did some of Legends Arceus. Let's see, Black 2. Radical Red, need to finish that back up. It's kind of interesting though, like, I don't really care for Ruby. Granted, it's pretty gemstone, and I like the color of, like, the box and such. But, like, I don't care that much for Groudon, but I absolutely love Kyogre and Rayquaza. Which, being blue and green, and I like blue and green more than I do red. At this particular point in my life, anyways. Houndoom's really cool. He was one of the only dark types we got in Gen 2, but I think it's dumb. I don't think, if I remember correctly, you couldn't get Houndoom until Kanto. Like, you couldn't get a Houndour in Johto, which I thought was stupid. I might be wrong. Umbreon is, of course, my favorite evolution by far. I don't know if I can say by far. Espeon's a close second, but then after that, there's a big gap. Umbreon is definitely my favorite evolution. And my favorite dark type. I will say, though, I prefer the older TCG Umbreon cards to the newer ones. Not that the newer ones are bad, but it's just, I don't know, I love the older art style. Let's see, we did Leaf Green. That's That's the Nuzlocke. That's the Let's Go Eevee playthrough. That's our Soul Silver live stream. Ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da. Red and Blue Soul Link. There's where we played Black version. There's where we did Yellow. There's where we did Emerald. There's where we did Platinum. And then our original, very first playthrough on the channel was Crystal version. So, yep. We've definitely done our fair share of Gen 1 and 2. Probably should try some other gens out. But that'll be for a later time, because I've got to finish Blue version. Interesting. Stop doing that. We got to finish Blue version, get back to Radical Red, and prepare for the DLC next month for Scarlet and Violet. So it's going to be pretty Poke heavy. It was fun to get back to playing Pokemon, though. Even if it is a lot more casual than most of the Pokemon content we do on the channel. My computer is really wonking out, though. So I definitely need to call it. This is about a good 3 hours we've been live anyways. And I do have to consume something so I can take this medication. So that I can be back to 100%. Hopefully soon. So we're going to go ahead and call this stream here. Probably do... I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow night. I don't know if we're going to start off with our new set of stream stuff, or if we're going to do something else. I guess it depends on how I feel, and depends on when I can start. Because I don't know how the new stuff's going to work as far as timing goes, but... So I'm going to go ahead and get the freak out of here. Always remember to save your game, because if you were to lose that data, it would be a shame. 3 fucking hours is a shame for sure. I appreciate you hanging out with us, J-Rod, and everybody else. I know we got lurkers here. I can see it. I can't see who you are, but I see you there. I see you lurking. I appreciate you nonetheless, though. Next time, hopefully you'll come and say hi, hang out. And hopefully you guys will enjoy the next stream and the new content we have coming. Everybody have a good night, and we'll see you next time.